I spent the majority of 2023 and some of 2024 utilizing what I call the spray and pray method to try and land clients. I sent hundreds of cold DMs every single day. I sent hundreds of LinkedIn outbound messages. I had setters sending them out. I had setters cold calling, and it was a complete mess. I got so many appointments, but very little of them were qualified. And it wasn't until I stopped all cold outreach, stopped running my DM ads, and stopped running my follower ads until I realized that I was using an outdated method to land clients. I took a deep dive into the online space, and I realized that all the A+ players were in a completely different field, and I didn't even have tickets. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get into that A+ field and land qualified clients every single week. First things first, I have for you guys that have a straight value is give out something better than your competition for absolutely free. I promise you, nobody wants your crappy ebook. Nobody wants your little lead magnet that is literally worth absolutely no money. It looks like you put it together in 2 minutes and then put it out to the marketplace. It shows that you're putting in no effort because nobody's actually opting in, and nobody cares about your direct booking link after the ad. Now, I'm only telling you guys this because I have to give you guys a solution to the mistakes that I made in the past. I thought I could run all of my traffic to a landing page and they would magically book in, or land them to, or send them off to a landing page with solid amount of copy, and they would be enticed to book in. They would be happy to book in. They would just flow. It doesn't even work like that. You have to give away something so powerful that all of your prospects feel really stupid for saying no. And so for me, I currently am running, if you're asking, I'm running a free client acquisition audit. So I personally take a look at your entire pipeline. I see where the client drop off or the prospect drop off might be in your pipeline, why your landing page might not be converting, why your website might not be converting, why your sales systems or your pre-nurture systems might not be converting. And I show you exactly where the potholes and where, the gaps are in your sales systems and why you're not actually getting qualified calls and why you're not actually landing clients. So that's the first link down below in the description. You can go take a look at it, but that's simply what I'm landing. And I'm telling you guys that I'm practicing what I'm preaching. I'm giving away something for so valuable because I know that the marketplace in return is going to thrive off that value, and they're going to see me as an authority figure. A lot of you guys want to get your foot in the door and make a name for yourself in a specific space, but you don't know how to. The worst way to go about it is, one, working for free. You never want to do that. And two, overcompensating yourself and overestimating your value. You never want to do that, especially if you're starting off. You have no name for yourself. You might not be big on social media yet. You might not, have all these things. And so you think you can just enter the space and absolutely dominate. And unfortunately, it does not work like that. It just doesn't work like that. When you enter in the space is crowded, but it's not overcomplicated, and there's not too much competition. There's a lot of people in the space, but you have to do specific things to stand out. And so I would simply tell you to create something so valuable that you can give away for absolutely free. So in exchange for my personal time, I'm giving away that free lead magnet. So it's high perceived because I'm personally taking the time to take a deep dive into your business and create a 5-10 minute long customized video for you about what you can do. And so that's why my lead magnet opts in very well. I think we're at a 10 or 15% opt-in rate, which is pretty solid. It's not bad. And we're running ads there. And so I'd simply tell you that the best way to actually attract high qualified clients is to not only create quality content, but to have that lead magnet and run it to a landing page. Now, why do I say landing page? Why do I say no profile visit ads? Why do I say no DM ads? Because you will get an influx of leads when you run profile and DM ads. My cost per lead was like $2, I think, with DM ads and follower ads. But the quality of your prospects are going to be very low because it's such an easier low barrier of entry to click a follow button on a touchscreen iPhone. It's so low barrier of entry to click the send message button to your profile. And so there is no quality, there is no qualifying process, and simply everybody gets in. They see your ad, they click follow, everybody's in. You just admitted everybody. And so now you have to spend your time honing through the sand and trying to find the gem within, the gold mine or whatever. And so what we have to understand is that there is drop off. And so when you have a landing page, when you direct your paid traffic or your organic traffic to a landing page and you split test, you track, you see your metrics, you actually see where people are dropping off. Now, obviously you guys already know this is super basic, but I'm going to take it a step further and tell you guys that you can get a little more money spent, or you can spend a little bit more of your money if you're okay with simply just landing more qualified clients. And I'll tell you, look, I'd rather spend $1,500 every single day on ads rather than $1,000 every single day on ads, where the $1,000 gives me a bunch of different prospects. I have to sort them through the sand. I have to see if they're qualified. I have to try to appointment set them in the DMs. It's a lot of work up front for me and my setter. And so then I'm also giving my setter commission too. And so it's like, I would rather just cut to the chase, spend the extra $500 a month on ads that go to a landing page where I can statistically and mathematically track who is opting in, where the drop off is. And then I can split test the copy. I can split test the header. I can split test the image. I can split test the CTA button. I can split test the footer. And so from there, I can really take a look at my business and have a deeper dive and notice about what I'm doing wrong. What am I doing wrong here? Instead of just flawlessly guessing like, oh, let's just crank up the ad spend on follower ads and DM ads. And so I didn't understand this until I simply turned off my DM ads. I simply turned off my DM ads, and then I noticed that, hey, with giving away this one free thing, I'm actually winning, and I'm actually attracting these qualified clients. I took 70 sales calls in June, and I remember it was it was pretty high. It was a pretty high moment, for me. But it was also one of the lowest moments because I took so many sales calls. I was on Zoom calls, 2-3 times a day. And I remember I was just there. And at the very end of the month, I was like, I took 70 sales calls and my close rate was really bad. And I was like, this is good, but this is so bad. And I remember telling myself, I don't want business to be like this. That was my epiphany moment. I realized that it doesn't matter the amount of sales calls that you take. It doesn't matter if these guys guarantee you 200 sales calls a month. It doesn't matter if these guys will guarantee you 100 sales calls a month. It doesn't even matter. What matters is quality prospects, quality clients. And if I have to spend a bit more on ads to do that and spend the time not killing my brain power sitting in front of these Zoom calls, talking to an aggravating amount of prospects who either don't have the money, aren't that qualified, or just got booked in because I was just spraying and praying. And so I realized, I said, look, I'm going to take the quality route. I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to be smart. And I'm willing to put down the extra $500 to $1,000 a month on ads to more qualify those people because it's automatic. I don't have to waste my time in front of a Zoom meeting doing all this stuff and talking to people who are tire kickers and things like that. Why don't I just attract the right people off the bat? So that's why I created one of the best free lead magnets, I think, out of the marketplace right now. That's exactly how I help you brainstorm some of the best free lead magnets in your offer and in your position, in your niche. So when I actually do those client acquisition audits, most of those guys, after they see the audit, they want to work with me. We call you up after you submit the form, and we show you kind of what you're doing wrong, how you're doing it wrong, and we basically just walk you through what exactly would look like to fix that. And the majority of the guys want that done. And honestly, it gets so many qualified clients in the door, and I never have to deal with tire kickers. Now, the audit works for my niche. The audit probably does not work for your niche. The audit has to work for your specific niche, and it also has different factors that play into a role. Now, if I didn't have the amount of authentic content on YouTube, I probably wouldn't be running a free client acquisition audit. The reason being is because I don't have the authority and the proof on this channel. If I just had 5 or 10 videos talking about client acquisition, right? I just wouldn't have that much proof. I just wouldn't have that much skin in the game. But because I have over 125 videos on this channel speaking about client acquisition, retention, pipelines, mindset, business, books, things like that, I built up myself to the point where I can actually give away this thing for free and I can feel really good about it and people will really want to opt in for it. And so that's why my opt-in conversion rate is doing very well. That's why it's increasing by the day. And that's why people are clicking the first link down below and seeing that this free audit actually exposes all the gaps in their business. I just did 3 audits yesterday. And one of the guys, he texted me, said, look, man, this is crazy. I can't believe you opened my eyes towards this. And I don't know how I didn't go about seeing this earlier. And everybody has those epiphany moments. It's just good that somebody actually points them out for you, because there's been so many times in my business where somebody has critiqued something. And at first I was like, that kind of hurts. That's like an ego jab. Nobody likes to hear that, you're not doing something the right way. And then, 2 or 3 minutes later, you're like, holy crap, they're actually right. And then you start thinking, how could I have gone this long without knowing this piece of information? But that is what entrepreneurship is all about. It's about opening your mind. It's about having those eureka moments, having those epiphany moments, and understanding that you're probably going wrong in some sort of the process of the sales systems, of the back-end systems, of whatever it is. And it just needs to be pointed out and revealed to you for you to actually fully grasp and understand it. So the best way to literally attract high qualified clients is to give away something for absolutely free that's amazing. I'll go ahead and tell you personally what you should be giving away for your exact niche if you fill out the client acquisition audit down below. I will literally show you exactly what is going to work best for your niche, how you can position it as the best free lead magnet, and how you can start attracting qualified clients in probably 48 hours after that one switch. With that being said, guys, I'm going to leave the video off there. Keep your heads up, and do the things that you know you have to do. Start tracking your metrics more. Start having a goal of how many opt-ins you have to have every single day. Start systematically making your business just inputs and outputs. And sooner or later, when you stop running those ads, when you actually start sending your traffic to a solid lead magnet, when you start sending your traffic somewhere that actually is going to benefit them, once you start doing that, you will see the huge difference. So don't make the mistakes that I made. I would honestly tell you to stop running DM ads, stop running follower ads. It's going to get you leads, but they're not going to be the best leads, and it's going to be 1 in a million type of thing. With that being said, guys, that was the secret to attracting qualified clients in 2024 without DM ads, and I'll see you guys in the next one.